I grew up in Perry County. I spent about 3 years in St. Louis after I got out of high school. I married and came back here. We are farmers. My husband is deceased, but my sons farm for us. We do grain farming, corn, soybeans, wheat. That day started like any other day, except they kept saying possibility of severe weather in the afternoon or late evening. And it did not appear to be anything imminent. My son called and said, "Are you listening to Channel 12? I said, "No." "Well, you better be. The storm is on its way and it's going to get us." Well, there was nothing going on. But after the second call, I decided, well, go to the basement. So I went to the basement and sat on the steps, thinking nothing's going to happen. I saw the exercise bike. I decided I was going to ride it. About the time I started to get on it, I heard Channel 12, the local weather station, say, "If you're in the vicinity of Route AC, take cover now." Well, that's me. So I grabbed a pillow and a blanket, dove behind the couch, which was in the middle of the room. All of a sudden, there was this horrible noise, glass breakage, timber shattering the way it sounded. And I said, "Oh God, it's just me and you. Take care of me and get me through this." Well, when it was about over, the couch and I took about a half spin around the room. And I thought, oh, now I fly. That's the only time I really thought, maybe this is it. But I was holding on to the couch as best I could. Then it was all over with. I had a little flashlight with me, so I got up, was going to look and see what was wrong, and I looked up. I could see sky, and I thought, the house is gone. No need to worry now. Nothing you can do. My son said he saw the building go up and come down and then go up, and it just exploded. About that time, I heard voices. "Well, Mom, did you like your gas tank that well?" I turned around, there was a 500-gallon propane tank, almost full, in the basement with me. How it didn't explode or what, I don't know. But it had blown quite a ways and ended up, it actually knocked a chunk out of my basement foundation. So my grandson somehow found something and put me on it. They got me out of the basement. When I looked around, I saw we had 13 grain bins, which most of them were gone. Corn was scattered everywhere. Our big machine shed was gone. And it was just a blur after that. But I never was scared. I guess when I asked God to take care of me, He did. But the next day, we had people from everywhere coming. We had grain that had to be gotten out of what was left of bins, and all kind of debris picked up out of the fields. It's amazing what wind can do. We never did find any major parts of any furniture or appliances, washer, dryer, refrigerators, nothing. I didn't go out and look around, but they said there was a meat saw stuck in a tree. Can you imagine if that would have hit you? There was a man in Illinois found a picture in his yard, and he thought it looked like something somebody would want. And they had a collection place over here at a Baptist church for people to bring things. And I went in there one day to look, and it was a picture, just a snapshot of my grandparents, my parents, my older sister and her husband, and their baby. So that was one thing that was returned that was really kind of special. But the Mennonites from somewhere in Illinois came over and cleaned, and they did a magnificent job. I can't say enough for them. They worked and worked. Well, we're still ongoing with a lot of it, but it'll take a while. After the tornado was all over and things were beginning to quiet down, somebody came up the road with a big piece of machinery and scooped the rest of my house off the highway so the traffic could get through. It was kind of like, well, that's the end of that. You know, after being married 60 years and being 80 years old, you have a lot of things that you treasure. And I'm just thankful that none of the family was, because it could have been really bad. I have a son just over there and two right down the road. And then the other son was sitting up there in a pickup. So it could have been a very disastrous thing. I think the good Lord was looking out for us. I know He was.